Hey there, Flo here on another adventure. It's been a while since I've done one of these 360 videos. It's thundering out here and lightly raining. Hopefully it doesn't start pouring down. But I found this random cinder pit. I don't even know what to call it. I don't know if it's totally any natural at all or if it's entirely excavated by mankind. It obviously has some human activity contributing, but it's probably something like a former quarry or something. I don't know. Anyway, it could have some kind of crater aspect to it also. It's hard to tell. It looks like a crater, but that could have been carved out by machinery. I don't know. Anyway, it's just something to explore. Not the most interesting feature ever, but I like the fact that it has a big, huge rock in the middle. I'll explore that at the end. Otherwise, I'm just gonna walk around the perimeter, see if I can make any conclusions about whether it's natural or not. It's not always easy to figure that out. Try to make this maybe a little quicker of a video. It's actually right next to the highway, so you can probably hear the cars going by. Yeah, it's very obvious that this is some kind of former rock quarry. Got rocks piled up down there. I would say this is mostly unnatural. People carved this out and were breaking up rocks here at one time. Maybe not anymore. Not wearing my pants, so hopefully I don't get any ticks on me. I haven't really seen ticks lately, but I also haven't been doing these bushwhacking hikes much lately either, which is where I see them the most. So I'm just going to go around the edge and then I'll explore the center as long as I don't get rained out. It's actually a little bit hard to follow this ridge because of the bushes. I'll just go down and go down inside if I need to. It is a weird site though. It makes me wonder if they did use this as a quarry at one time, what caused them to decide this was a place to dig. Maybe they saw part of this rock sticking out from the ground and decided there's probably more underneath worth rock harvesting. I have no idea. I know nothing about quarries and how they decide where to set them up. Typically these kind of sites are where you're going to see people stopping with their pickup trucks or jeeps or whatever and shooting guns into the rocks because it's a safe backdrop for the bullets. I don't know if this one gets that kind of attention, honestly, because it's actually blocked off, sort of. You can drive here indirectly, but not from the highway that's nearby. They installed a fence along the highway that you can't get through, so you kind of have to take some back roads to get here. Definitely some signs of target practice and stuff, but not nearly as much as some of the other quarries and cinder pits that I visit. This would be the logical place to head off into the rocks. Just cut across right here. I was sort of planning to go all the way around before I did that, but since I am right here, maybe I'll go out on the rocks and then come back and do the rest of the circle around. To my shame, I still haven't fixed my 360 camera lens. It'll be pretty obvious. Big blob in the sky. So yeah, so my conclusion is that some kind of volcanic activity happened here. That's pretty obvious because of all these lava rocks. So while it is fairly unnatural in the sense that people excavated it for rock purposes, it's also true that this is a volcanic feature. How much of it is in its original form, I don't know. Looks like some excavators came through this way, but perhaps some of these big rock structures here are original, and who knows how big it was originally before they tracked through here with machinery. Okay, let me mark a couple things on the map while I'm here. This is kind of a high point of sorts. Hopefully I don't get struck by lightning. Call it P684. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna climb down to the edge of that. It's a little bit crumbly. Could slip. This is good enough here. There wasn't any rain predicted. I am a little bit away from where I started, so I drove a ways so that, drive a certain number of miles and you should have a different forecast, but they don't really have forecasts for every pinpoint on the map. I wasn't expecting a thunderstorm though. It looks like there were two clouds, one of them already passed, and then this one that's kind of overhead. The first one sort of just barely missed me. It was kind of to the south. This one is pretty much straight above me. Kind of a significant point. P684B. Mark these points both for the photo purposes and just to prove that I've been here, to remember. Yeah, they definitely crushed up some stone in this area to harvest it. Just for curiosity and geology and just interest in natural things, I wish I could see these places before they were excavated, so I could just get a better understanding and picture of what they look like. It's interesting, a borehole. I wonder if that could be something like dynamite. I don't know much about excavation, but it's obviously not a natural hole. Maybe they drilled into there and put some dynamite and blasted away this rock. Yep, that's my hypothesis. There's another hole just like it. So maybe at one time this was like a mini mountain. Yeah, there's those holes all over the place. That one goes really deep. Yeah, that's got to be it. Those are everywhere. Wow, I've never seen that. So many of those before. All right, P684C. All those holes. Yeah, I'm curious how tall this thing was. It could have been pretty big originally. This almost looks natural here with this crevice, but that doesn't necessarily mean it is. It just kind of looks that way. This is the current summit. I'm sure at one time it was taller than this, but currently this is the tallest point on this thing. Let's call it P684D. Getting some rain. That big cloud is passing over though. Well, actually it's just starting to pass over, so maybe I'll get a lot of rain for a few minutes here. I'm sort of wishful thinking, hoping it was on its way, on its way past. But it's just starting. So we might get quite a bit of rain. Yeah, part of the reason, I've mentioned this before, but I haven't been recording these take a peek adventures with my 360 camera, partly because of the disappointment with the lens, but also because I've pretty much run out of hard drive space and these files are huge. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. I might buy a hard drive just as a temporary solution. Okay, I'll mark this one too. P684E. I'm guessing that thing will pass within 15 to 20 minutes. The cloud, that is. Alright, I'm going to head back the same way I came so I can complete the circuit around this apparent ring. Got that fresh rain smell. Hasn't been raining much lately, so when it does rain, you have that weird, indescribable smell. But if you know what the first rain after a long dry spell smells like, you probably know what I'm talking about. It actually has rained a couple times somewhat recently. Kind of wonder what that smell is. It's very distinct. It's a good angle of the geologic feature, man-made feature. I don't know what to call it. It's halfway in between the two. Can see some prints here. I'm guessing they're probably animal prints. I don't think most people walk around stuff like I do, especially when it's kind of hard to get to. So yeah, I'm guessing these are some kind of animal tracks. Most normal people just go on trails, established trails. And if they do bushwhacking like I do, they're not going to come to a place like this. Very unlikely. If I can make this shorter than 25 minutes, because I had 26 minutes left on my SD card. There's another cool shot. There's some kind of drive path that's from the past, probably. Okay. Right over here will be the best angle, I think. Right there. Not quite following the rim, but I feel like I'm close enough. There's less interference with bushes and underbrush slightly inside the rim here. Plus there's this convenient animal game trail. It's a nice shot with the sky behind. This will be a little bit sketchy on this slope. I could probably go up on the top actually. Just have to go through some bushes. Almost all the way around. I feel like I'm probably getting pretty close to running out of time on my card here. I have other cards, but it's actually a good thing to try to keep these short. Hard drive space saving, if nothing else. Alright. That's a nice shot with those clouds there. Big steel cable here for some reason. Okay, let's do a couple steps of hardcore bushwhacking. Whoa! Scratchy legs. Normally wearing pants, so this is no big deal, but shorts, you definitely feel it. It is interesting how circular this is. It makes me wonder if they carved out the whole hill and it was even originally a circle. It's hard to know. I have no idea. Speculation.